Hello, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is your tarot and oracle reading for the week of August 21st to the 27th, 2023. First card out is the Beauty Way in reversed, and this is coming through as your spiritual lesson and theme for this week ahead. The Beauty Way is a way of living. It's a lifestyle. It's a philosophy of seeing the beauty all around you in the past, even the traumas, the challenges, the tribulations that you've been through, seeing the beauty in that, seeing how that was teaching you, helping to shape you and grow you, seeing the beauty right here in the present moment, even if your circumstances are not perfect, and seeing the beauty in the future. Now, when this card comes out in reversed, I want to say here, guys, this is asking you to stop trying to fix relationships or change people or even gossip about other people, because that isn't going to help anyone. Everyone is on their own spiritual journey in life, and you can't mend or mold other people to be the person that you need or want them to be. And this is something that I feel like many of us do at certain points in our lives. I'm certainly guilty of it at multiple points in my life. I also just saw 111. It's 1:11 on the clock. So this is a new beginning coming through for you too this week. And you're also being asked here to try not to be tempted by the superficial beauty or lust of some type of offer or relationship. For example, if you are dating and your hormones are just glowing up because there's this new shiny person in your life, but your logical higher self is saying, we're not compatible, you really need to listen to that higher self, even if you really don't want to. You know what I mean? Because you, like we said earlier, you can't mold or shape people into the person you need or want them to be. And it doesn't matter how much your animalistic brain wants you to force something to work with someone. It simply will not work if you aren't compatible, or if they just aren't in a place to have a healthy relationship or work relationship or collaboration with you. And this could be in any areas of life. It doesn't just have to be romantic love. We're asking you not to fall in love with the superficial beauty, the hormones, the excitement. If something is lighting up your intuition and saying, hey, this might not work, this isn't compatible, this isn't what we're looking for, there's some red flags or yellow flags we need to pay attention to, you really need to go with that instead of going with what you hope will happen and what you hope someone could be and turn out to be. Like, you need to listen to the reality of the situation, acknowledge the beauty that exists in that person, even if they aren't compatible with you, even if they are different from you. You know, they have their own way of being. For example, like, I spent 2 years with someone who I was not compatible with, and we are so different on every single way. And that entire time, I tried to convince him to be someone he was not. Like, for example, he was a huge city person, and I really have a dream of, like, having a homestead with a lot of land. And I kept trying to convince him of the beauty in having a lot of land and in gardening and all that, and it just wasn't registering because that's not who he is. There's a beauty in living in cities as well. There's fun, there's excitement, there's so much, and we can acknowledge that beauty within someone else, even if it's not compatible with what we want with them. And I feel like that is your spiritual wisdom this week. Next, you have the Eagle Spirit, which, to be honest, this spirit rarely comes out in my readings, so this is very unique, special to you. A really good spirit guide for Libra energy people because they represent air. You are an air sign, and the Eagle Spirit is really, really great at allowing you to see a situation fully for what it is, past, present, and future. You know, think of like the eagle's eye view, really high up, and their vision is immaculate, so they can like zoom their vision in and see very small details on the ground from a really high up height. So the Eagle Spirit is coming through to help you see your life a bit more clearly. I'm seeing clearer thinking coming through for you this week, and kind of like, I don't know, I'm seeing a lot of you maybe coming to terms that you may not be compatible for a certain person or project or something going on in your life, and you may actually be kind of asking your spirit guides to come through and help you communicate that to them effectively. So we do see that. We also have the card Contract coming out here, which is interesting. So setting up some boundaries, and I see you trying to use your words to kind of navigate a agreement between you and someone or something that you may not be fully compatible with, to where you can make the most of each other's energy and of the connection that you have, or of the creative collaboration that you have, while not taking it too far with the incompatibilities that you experience together. So I am seeing you toying around in your head with the idea of just talking to someone and coming up with a agreement that works for both of you. And some of you may literally be signing a contract or writing up an agreement with someone. This is also a great card for freelance work. If you're a freelancer, you may be getting some contracts, or just new clients in general. I don't know why I always view the contract card as like good for business. This could also show if you're in any legal situation, it will be successful, or if any of you had something happen to you that was very unfair, this is kind of like a go-ahead sign of like, yeah, maybe you can take legal action on this. So we are seeing that as well. Also, anything involving like government paperwork may be processed, or it might go through this week. If you applied for anything recently, you may be hearing back from them. It's all like good news, like things moving very smoothly in terms of paperwork, agreements, law, anything like that. So really interesting. Also, some of you might be expecting some mail that will kind of give you some news. I don't know what that message is about, but maybe you'll see this week. So let's get 9 tarot cards, 3 rows of 3, and see what is in store for you. We have the 6 of Swords. Okay, I see you moving to calmer waters in your life personally, and I see you kind of on this journey here where your intuition and your spirit guides, your higher self, like we mentioned earlier, are really trying to navigate you to a place in life where you feel really at peace, at ease, and you're no longer attracting these very chaotic, incompatible relationships and situations in your life. And I do see some of you guys doing a really deep dive into your own mind and your own feelings, and kind of just navigating that and seeing the patterns that exist there. This week really feels like your intuition is very strongly advising you to take certain actions, to have certain conversations, to bring you to that peace, or to bring your relationships to a sense of peace where everyone has like a win-win outcome. Second card out for you is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So this is pretty interesting. There could be an earth sign in your life, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They don't have to be an earth sign though. This is someone else coming through here. I'm seeing that this feels like the person that you're incompatible with, or the company that you're incompatible with. Like there's just something in your life that you really want it to work, but it's incompatible. Like you and this person or this company or this project, it's just, you have different visions of how things should be in the future. For example, like if this is a romantic relationship, like your person may be someone who loves staying at home and is an introvert, whereas you're someone who loves going on hikes, going out to parties and clubs, and you might be extroverted. It is like a core difference that could create a lot of tension and conflict. Now, that particular incompatibility, could it be worked through? Yeah, but if there's a lot of incompatibilities, especially when it comes to critical areas of life, like for example, if you're super religious and you want someone who shares that religious belief with you, like you're not going to be compatible with someone who does not want that. Or if you're someone who really wants marriage, you will simply not be compatible with someone who does not believe in marriage, does not want marriage. You will be very unhappy in that relationship. There are certain things in life that you simply cannot mend that incompatibility. Like, sure, it's great to have some differences. It's really interesting to have some differences. You don't have to have every single hobby aligned with someone. And in fact, that doesn't matter anyways, because even if you got with someone who had all the same hobbies that you share, people change and evolve over time, and their hobbies will change, yours will change, and eventually you won't match up in that department anyways. It's the core values that are most important. And I just keep coming back to this sense that some of you guys are really just in love with the superficial energies, the hormones, the excitement of a project, a job, or a relationship. And Spirit's trying to show you, the Eagle Spirit in particular is trying to show you, like, there are some core incompatibilities here that you need to be paying attention to. Also, some of you guys might be wanting to save your money this week. So there's that. Third card out is the Magician in reversed. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like you're really using a lot of your creative energies to hold something together that it's like you're swimming against the stream in a sense. There's something in your life that just energetically it doesn't feel very aligned with you, but you're using all of your free will, all of your willpower, all of your magic to kind of hold this thing together. And I don't think you realize just how much of your energy is being spent here. Like you're almost like pouring your energy down a drain, trying to hold this together. And you know, for many of you, this could be a relationship or a friendship of some sort. It's like taking more energy to hold it together than like you're losing energy in your life from it. A really good relationship or friendship, you should be gaining energy together because that friendship or that relationship exists. So, and again, it could be core critical differences or a lack of foundational skills from one or both people to keep this relationship good and going. And you know what? And even if it's a job, you know, you're spending so much energy trying to just survive from this job and just keep yourself alive. With this job, it might be taking up so much of your time, your energy, it's draining for you instead of uplifting. And to be honest, like, don't sit here and convince yourself that every job is draining, because it is not. Let me tell you something. I work as a tarot reader. I love doing tarot. It's my passion. And when I don't work, like the days that I have off, I hate it. Like, I took a vacation to Mexico, which you would think is a wonderful, great thing to do. But like, I honestly wanted to go home, and beautiful country, but I wanted to go home and work. Like, that's what I love doing. It fills me up. I'm channeling from source. It fills me up. So the things in your life that you spend time on, that you spend energy on, it should fill you up like that. Second row out for you. And if there is anything that doesn't, it's a drain to you, you really want to work and make that a top priority to remove that drain and replace it with something that does fill you up. Anyways, second row out, fourth card, we have the Page of Wands in reversed. I do wonder if some of you guys have I keep coming back to this, like a relationship that it's almost like lust, or those kind of like honeymoon hormones that your body releases. That's like kind of the glue that keeps you guys together. Or like if it's a project, if it's a job, if it's something, it's like the superficial glamour of this thing is what drives you to keep doing it, but it's like the foundation of it is so misaligned with your spirit that it's actually quite draining for you. It's like smoking cigarettes, for example. Like, people can convince themselves it's glamorous, it's a great break, like, oh my gosh, it's just a moment for me, it's like something I can do all throughout the day to like just check back in with myself. And you can convince yourself of all of these things, but at the core level of it, it is really bad for you. It is totally misaligned with your soul, which radiates health and peace and unconditional love and earthly, beautiful, living energy. So, I don't know. I'm seeing like a schism here between what is good and healthy for you, what you should be doing, and what you're convincing yourself is good and that you should keep pursuing. Next, center of your spread is the Eight of Wands in reversed. I just feel like if you let this thing go, or this relationship go, or this habit, this addiction, this job go, I really think you'll be shocked at how much more energy you have, how much more productive you can be, and how much further you can jump ahead towards your ambitions. Like, I really, really think you can make a tremendous amount of growth, leaps and bounds towards your goals, if you stop spending so much of your energy holding this thing together, whatever it may be. So, Sixth card out is the Six of Pentacles. Here's the thing, guys. I feel like whatever it is that you are holding together, there is like an abundance in your life of other things. Like, if this is a relationship, for example, that you refuse to let go of, I feel like you have other good relationships and other people who will actually give you an equal amount of energy that you give. And if this is a job, like, I really do feel like there's so many other job opportunities out there and offers that would easily pay you more than enough and give you more than enough time off. It's just a matter of seeing things like that. Also, I'm seeing here with the Six of Pentacles, a great amount of success comes through when you accept help from others and when you acknowledge the areas in which you are weak and where you may need some help. Tremendous support is always available to you. And, this is something that a lot of us are taught not to accept. Like growing up, I know me personally, my mom always told us like not to accept help from others or accept charity or like, I don't know. There's just this overall tune or energy of like, do everything on your own, don't put people out, etc. But I don't think that's the best mindset to have, because humans thrive in community. Humans thrive when a community of people can raise each other up and help each other on goals and raising children, etc. Like that is how it is. Anybody who tries to do everything on their own will never find success, because even if you're like a one-man band, you still need to collaborate with people like friends helping you out with regular stuff to maintain your health and happiness in order for you to be your one-man band. You have producers, you have the sound guy, you have the people who own concert venues to collaborate with. You know what I mean? It's not a one-man band at the end of the day. It is a collaborative effort that the community pours into you. So I don't know, I'm seeing you accepting more community help. Final row out for you, 7th card, we have the Six of Cups in reversed. I am actually seeing you missing someone from your past. Maybe a little bit regretful here. I don't know. I'm kind of getting some regrets, like this new shiny, like lusty thing in your life that we're seeing isn't actually compatible. I'm now seeing you like almost missing something from your past that felt more comfortable, more compatible with you. It may have been taken for granted or there was other issues that caused it to end, but I am seeing a longing there for some of you. 5 of Swords. There is a walking away here. I feel like this is a dual walking away. So on one hand, I am feeling like that thing that you're missing from the past, I wonder if that person I wonder if they walked away from you or if you feel like you pushed them away in some way. To me, it feels like in the past, you weren't in the right headspace to really nurture that, and that's totally fine. Forgive yourself. But now in the present here, you're trying to make something work with someone or something, and it's just simply not compatible. It's not good, and I think you really acknowledge that, and so you might be kind of walking away from that this week. So it's kind of a dual energy here, existing in the same space. It's really interesting. Final card out is the Two of Pentacles in reversed. It seems like a roller coaster in terms of stability. Like I feel like one moment you feel prosperous, you feel at peace, you feel really clear-minded, ready to go, and then the next moment you may be feeling regretful or in your feels. And this is natural. We all have weeks like this. One thing I will say, guys, is definitely try to save up your money. And if this kind of incompatible relationship you're in is with a job, this is definitely your reading to find a new job, like 100%. So I want to say that. This can also show like a back and forth unhealthy dynamic with someone that you don't want to keep going. And so to that, I would say like look at your own behaviors, try to see things crystal clear. So yeah, there was a lot to unpack there. Definitely watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus to get the fullest overview of this week ahead, and I will see you for the next reading. Bye-bye.